paint may be applied by hand. In this manner, a certain amount of texture will be obtained. Brushes are also used, whether the paint is made from local natural deposits or is of standard camouflage manufacture. The entire vehicle is covered with a pattern which obscures its regular form, so that it will be difficult to recognize in local terrain. It is not necessary or desirable to match the local terrain exactly, since tactical operations may bring about frequent change of surroundings. Disruptive painting need only blend in general color or tone with the local natural pattern. Such painting will provide good concealment when used in conjunction with natural foliage placed about the vehicle. The canvas hood of a vehicle should be removed or rolled up whenever possible, because it casts a very dark shadow which will be easily picked up in most terrain. Shiny, reflective surfaces, such as windshields and headlights, may be covered with brush and with dust held to the glass with a film of grease or oil. Paint or cloth can be substituted for dust and oil. Tanks are also painted in patterns which disrupt the form of the vehicles and blend them into local terrain. This tank is to be disguised as a truck. The framework consists of iron pipe, which may be easily dismantled for shipment. When the framework is covered with canvas, it simulates the body of a truck. The steel structure is designed to fasten securely onto the tank. Trip handles allow the framework to be quickly and simply discarded when the tank goes into combat. The canvas-covered framework, which simulates a vehicle hood, is also easily removed. When this framework is covered with cloth and painted in appropriate colors, it is mounted on a quarter-ton truck and will appear as a light tank at 1,000 yards. The framework is very simply attached to a quarter-ton truck and does not interfere with the operation of the vehicle. Two brackets are used to connect the front of the framework with the front bumpers of the quarter-ton truck. The rear of the framework rests firmly on the rear bumpers. Cloth is used to cover the assembled framework. It is cut beforehand in appropriate shapes and sizes. The men handling the cloth covers must be very careful to keep all surfaces tight and firm, so that there will be no wrinkles or sagging, which might give the dummy away. The dummy construction is then lifted over the vehicle so as to fit into the proper groove in the brackets and bumpers. in front of the radiator prevent interference with the cooling system of the quarter-ton truck. The driver must move the dummy so as to avoid as much as possible a light bouncing movement, which a real tank does not have. From an observation plane, the dummy tanks in motion look real, except for the lack of dust and tracks common to actual tanks. Some form of drag may be towed just behind the dummy in order to create the necessary dust clouds. Dummy tanks are moved more realistically along a concrete highway, because real tanks moving on such a hard surface do not make tracks or dust trails such as those in the background. In general, dummy tanks provide a camouflage method of deceiving the enemy as to the intended operations of our troops. Camouflage, therefore, is not only a defensive means of protection against enemy action. It is above all an offensive means of deceiving the enemy with the type, strength, location, and intention of our forces.